The ancient forest was bathed in golden light, where a massive lion lay sprawled across the earth. His rhythmic breathing was a slow, deep tide that rustled the dry leaves like a gentle wind. Nearby, a tiny mouse scurried through the dense undergrowth, her focus entirely stolen by a trail of fallen seeds. She moved with frantic energy, unaware of the golden mountain of fur rising directly in her path. The forest seemed to hold its breath as the tiny creature approached the slumbering king, her small world about to collide with a force she could never imagine. Suddenly, her claws scraped against the lion's sensitive nose. The giant jolted upright, his ears flicking with sharp irritation as he looked down at the intruder. Before the mouse could even blink, a heavy, velvet-furred paw pinned her firmly to the dirt. The lion opened his massive jaws, revealing teeth that looked like ivory daggers. The mouse trembled violently, her whiskers twitching against his warm skin. She felt the weight of her mortality in that shadow. With a desperate breath, she squeaked, "Please spare me. If you let me go, I promise I will repay this debt one day." The lion tilted his head, his magnificent golden mane swaying with the movement. A low, rumbling chuckle started deep in his chest, vibrating through the very ground. He found the idea of a tiny mouse helping a king utterly ridiculous. Yet, amused by her courage, he lifted his paw and watched the tiny creature vanish into the safety of the ferns. "Go then," he seemed to say with his eyes. He watched the green leaves swallow her whole, never suspecting that his life would soon depend on those very teeth. 3 days later, the forest grew unnervingly silent as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting long, skeletal shadows. The lion stepped into a clearing, unaware of the danger hidden beneath the leaves. He triggered a hidden mechanism. Instantly, thick, knotted ropes snapped upward with a violent crack, hoisting the mighty beast into the air. He thrashed with all his strength, his claws shredding the empty air, but the hunter's net held firm against his weight. Desperate and trapped, he let out a roar that shook the trees to their roots, a cry of distress that echoed through the valley, signaling the fall of a king. Hidden in the brambles, the mouse heard the distress call and recognized the voice of her savior. She sprinted toward the sound, her tiny feet barely touching the earth. She reached the clearing to find the lion suspended 6 feet off the ground, defeated. Without a word, she climbed the rough ropes. Her sharp teeth worked feverishly against the fibers. Snap! A thick strand gave way. Snap! Another rope parted under her relentless effort. She worked until her tiny jaws ached, chewing through the final heavy knot. The net collapsed. The lion landed softly on his paws, shaking the remnants of the trap away. He looked at the mouse on her branch and bowed his head in true respect. Kindness had come full circle.